What is the average cost of Facebook ads for a local service business? This is a question I get all the time. And the reality is it comes down to your area, what you're willing to spend, and where your business is at. And let me explain what I mean. So essentially, when you're just starting out as your business, nobody knows that you exist, right? You have 0 people who know you exist. And your goal is to get over here, where everybody knows that you exist. And the gap is this part right here. This is the gap that you're missing out on, okay? And so when you're just starting out, Facebook ads are a really good way to bring you over there because you're paying Facebook. Facebook has millions of daily active users, and you're paying Facebook to show your face and your business to as many people as you can afford. And the cool thing is there's never a limitation of people that it can show it to. Like, the more money you spend, the more people learn about your business. Problem, most business owners don't have the budget for it. So when you're starting out, it really comes down to what you can spend. My recommendation is $1,500 a month at minimum. If you can spend $3,000 a month, do that. If you can spend $6,000 a month, do that. If you can spend 12, do that. There's going to be a point of diminishing returns where you're spending and you're not getting the most optimal, I guess, result. So for example, if you're spending $100 a day, you might be getting an $8 cost per lead, and you jump up to $200 a day, that cost might go up to $12 cost per lead, but you're still breaking even, or you're still profitable, and now you're getting more leads. But there's an influx there where you go up to, like, let's say $500 a day, and you're just spending too much money and you're not reaching the right people, so you're going to dial that back. But a short answer, as much as you can afford. Baseline $1,500 a month is the goal for Facebook ads, and then move it up from there. I like most of my clients to sit around $3,000 because that's a good $100 a day is enough to play with, to run retargeting campaigns and split test things, just to make sure we can drive that cost per lead lower. Okay, but Douglas, what if I don't have $1,500 a month to spend? That's okay. You can start where you're at. But if you're gonna go under, like, I don't know, $600 a month, if $20 a day, if you're gonna go under that, there's probably better ways to spend your money. For most businesses, like, a cost per lead is gonna sit around 20 to 50, depending on the business, like local service business, 20 to 50. And then from that, you're gonna close 10% of those if you're lucky, right? So you're gonna be spending a lot of money per lead. And if you don't have the budget to let Facebook learn, to let Facebook, like, test, I guess, you're gonna go backwards. So I had this conversation with my mom. She's running ads for a business that she goes to a lot. And so she's asking me, she's like, well, I just started running ads, and I'm like, cool, how much are you spending? She's like, $5 a day. And I'm like, how much is a person worth? Like, a customer that comes in and spends money, how much are they worth? And she's like, oh, probably like $250. I'm like, okay, so would you guys be okay with, spending $50 to get one customer? It's like, yeah, probably. Well, what about $100? Yeah, probably. Okay. Now I wouldn't recommend spending much more than that because you still need a good return. The cost is pretty low on this particular thing. And so that's what it's at. I'm like, okay, so if you're comfortable $100 per customer, I'm sure it's going to be less, but let's just go with that. It's going to take you 20 days of $5 a day to acquire one customer. So, like, let's break that down, right? You're spending $5 per day, and a good CAC is $100, and your return is $250. It's going to take you 20 days to get this one customer, okay? And the worst part is that time is money, and Facebook needs to learn quickly who the right people are and who the wrong people are. And the way that it learns that is by distributing out this budget to a handful of different people, measures how long they engage with the ad, how much, like, attention they pay to it. There's just all these little data markers that it looks at. Oh, did they skip it really fast? Are they interested? Did they click on it? Did they open it? Did they watch it with sound? There's just all these things that it's trying to figure out with that. And so when it finds somebody who engages with it well, it's going to try and find more people like that. And so that $5 gets spread out on testing. And over time, maybe one person buys and now it knows, okay, let's find more people like that. And over time, with the more money you spend, it gets better and better at finding those people and only showing that ad to people who actually engage with it, who are like the person who engaged or the person who bought. So the quicker you can give it data to play with, the quicker you can get results. So at $5 a day, it gets one result in 20 days. It wants to get about 50 results in the first week because that gives it enough learning. If you ever open an ad, it'll say learning limited. That's because you're not spending enough money on it and it can't figure out quick enough who to show that ad to. So it's a big problem that you run into. So anyway, bottom line, at least go for $20 a day, right? $600 a month. If you're like, no, $1,500 will bankrupt me. If you can't do anything more than that, like just go network or something else. So quick recap answer. How much should I spend on Facebook ads? As much as you can. If you can afford $1,500 a day, that's where I would start. Remember, this is a testing thing because the idea is you're gonna find something that gets you clients, gets you leads at a low cost that then convert into clients in a profitable way. You want all of this to be profitable. Why? Because once it's profitable, you just spend more money and you make more money. That's the Facebook ad dream, right? Is that, okay, every time I spend $100, I get one customer that brings in $500. Like if you can confidently say that every time you spend $100, you get $500, you just turn that up. So now I'm spending $1,000 and I'm getting $5,000, right? And you can't get to that point if you haven't tested it enough, if you haven't done a bunch of ads and tested which one works better, if you haven't done different copy, right, and tested which one does better, if you haven't given Facebook enough data to play with to find the right audience and test which one performs better. So by spending more money and pouring into it and then testing your stuff and never just sticking to the same result, you're gonna be able to get much, much, much better results on your Facebook ads. But the biggest thing that I see people doing wrong is that they're just not willing to spend enough money. People need to know about your business. They need to know what your offer is. And unfortunately, the easiest way to do that is tell Facebook to put your business and put your offer in front of people in a creative way. And that's by spending money. So the more money you can spend, the quicker you can scale. Caveat, this can eat up a lot of money really fast if you don't know what you're doing. I had a client I started running ads for a few months ago. I logged into their ad account and looked at some campaigns that they had been running themselves. They were at an $800 cost per lead. That means they spend $800 and get one lead in. If you're doing $1,500 a month, you're getting 1 or 2 leads a month. And if you close 1 in 10 leads, you're spending $4,500 to get one job. Like it is over a 5-month period. That's not good at all. You've got to have the data. You've got to have the numbers coming in. Now, if you're getting an $800 cost per lead, like quit now. Like if you're in insurance and stuff like that, I mean, a couple $100 is probably about right. But for the most part, you want to be sub 100 so that you can spend the money, collect the data, sell the clients, make it profitable, and do more. So that's my little rant about how much to expect to spend on Facebook ads. If you have any questions about Facebook ads or you want to run ads for your business, there's a strategy that we do that works really well for local businesses here in Phoenix. There's a link below for a discovery call. Let's hop on a quick call, see if we can help you out and help you make more money. We'll see you in the next video.